Welcome to the Beyond Divorce, Embracing Change podcast. My name is Michael Flores, and I will be your host while we explore the complex journey of divorce with empathy, insight, and practical knowledge. Whether you're contemplating separation, in a divorce, or looking for support post-divorce, our episodes provide expert guidance, stories, and strategies to help you through every step of the process. We are actual therapists, helping clients who sit on our couches every day through their difficulties of divorce. You are not alone. Join us as we delve in and find solutions that give you hope again. We're glad you're here.
This podcast is not intended to replace legal or personal help. This podcast is for informational purposes only.
All right. Well, good day, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond Divorce, Embracing Change. Jen's here with me today to talk about a big topic. We talk about forgiveness.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, this is specific to forgiveness and divorce. And I think I guess the first question I'd ask you, Jen, is, do you think forgiveness in general or forgiveness and divorce is similar or different?
I think it's similar. I think when you're looking at it through the eyes of divorce, there's more specific things that you're going to look at.
Okay.
For how to go through that process. But in the general basis of it, it's very similar to any forgiving of any that hurt against you. You know,
and I wonder, we've heard the word, I think I've learned that word since I was a kid about just, you forgiving and forgiveness. And then, of course, our faith, is big on that. So if you're from a Christian background, and I'm sure other, denominations and other religions that people may choose to partake in, I believe that forgiveness is part of all of it. At least I haven't heard that there's not. So, so I would say that forgiveness is obviously something that we're all going to be dealing with in some ways. And there was this one comment I was made to me once. It says, everyone desires mercy until they have to give it.
True.
And so, mercy is pretty much, in my opinion, that layer of forgiveness. To be merciful is truly to be at a very deep way of forgiving. And it's hard to do. And divorce makes it even more convoluted because there's so many layers that get built in. When you think of forgiveness and divorce, you think of, okay, the marriage. Mm-hmm. Maybe there wasn't a marriage, but there was a relationship that maybe looked like it was going to be a marriage, you know? Then you have children.
Yeah.
You have a future that you were hoping for. You have so many things to forgive. And then if the big one is if there was betrayal.
Yeah, that makes it a little harder.
Yeah.
It's an extra layer of emotion that goes along with it.
Oh, yeah. And I think if you think of all the stories like in history, have you noticed that betrayal is like a really common theme? Can I give you an example?
Yeah.
Do you remember the story of Caesar and how he was killed?
Oh, yes.
And do you remember the big line that he made when he got stabbed in the back?
Yes. Et tu, Brute?
Yes.
Yes.
Because he was betrayed by...
Caesar will be happy, I know that.
I love it. But he was betrayed by his best friend.
Yes.
Let me give you another one. Jesus.
Yes.
Who betrayed Jesus? The people betrayed Judas.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. You're going to doing a Christian talk today, but Judas betrays Jesus, right? And that's part of the big story. So here I'm sitting here, Jen, and I'm thinking betrayal is a huge part of having a forgiving heart. So I just think that's a huge layer in forgiveness. So I think this is a wonderful topic and really great to jump into it with you. Obviously, you can tell I've thought a lot about this topic.
Yes.
Just through the course of my work. So the first part is, what is forgiveness? What is not? What is it not?
Well, it's good to define it because people might confuse forgiveness with other things.
Okay.
What it is letting go of your anger, the betrayal, and the hurt. It's seeking peace over revenge. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to do.
Say that one again, though.
You're seeking peace over the revenge.
I like that. Okay.
You really have to think about what is more important to you, what's going to help you, what's not going to help you. And when you're looking at forgiveness, that's what you're looking for, is that peace. Generally, most of us are not at peace when we're upset and angry and hurt. It's a hard situation to go through.
Yeah.
Right. The other one is releasing the other person's power over you. A lot of times when you're hurt, you allow that hurt to stay, and you allow that other person to continually hurt you over and over again because you're telling yourself over and over again what they did to you.
Yeah.
And being able to forgive is being able to let go of that and be able to really take your own power back. It's part of the reason why I titled this Free Yourself, because really forgiveness is about yourself. And
Yes.
It's about freeing yourself from the hurt and the pain that you're dealing with.
You know what, man, I'm sure we may get a lot of comments on this, but one of the things I've learned is there is a layer of what people desire by not forgiving.
Yes.
And what I'll describe that is like, if I will not allow myself to forgive the other person, okay, I agree, you now are becoming more powerless to the other person. But then what happens is you can victimize yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And what comes with staying a victim to an issue that occurred to you.
You sent a video this morning about it.
Did you see this?
Yes, I did.
Did you see how, and I thought how interesting, because the lady's talking about, I got to figure out who she is. And so I don't want to not give credit where it's due, but it was a video I was passing by. But she says that when a victim is getting to be a victim or chooses to stay there, there's benefits to that.
Yeah.
And one of the benefits she talked about was you get attention, you get sympathy, you get compassion from others. And it doesn't mean every human being craves that.
No.
So if I forgive and I heal from this,
then I don't get that anymore.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, and that kind of goes with what it is not. Forgiveness is not approving or forgetting this harmful behavior that happened. You know, when you forgive someone, you don't necessarily reconcile their trust. You don't pretend it didn't hurt.
Yep.
It's still there, but you don't let it have power over you.
Right.
And I think that's where the shift is. When you're able to forgive, you can get back to more of who you really are and who your true person is. Yes, we're all victims of something, but whether or not we let it have a power over us and take us down is a different story. When you're dealing with divorce, it can feel that way because, oh, they're going to win. They get the kids more than I do. They win. They get all the money. I get nothing. I don't know how to do this. You get all these feelings and you're just angry and frustrated. But if you can find a way to think about what you can do with forgiveness, it can actually help you. And it kind of goes into the next little section there of why it matters. So,
Go into it. You're there.
yeah. Because forgiveness there's three main things of why forgiveness really matters. One is healing. Healing is something we all have to do. When something happens to you, whether it's physical, emotional, it doesn't really matter. We have to find a way to heal through that. And unfortunately, it's hard because, I mean, nobody wants to deal with the pain and the frustration of it all. I'm going to read this. There's a book, I love this book. It's called Watering the Soul.
Okay.
By Courtney Pepernell. And I think I said that right. Pepernell, sorry. It's we view our life by running at it head on, by always chasing after one emotion to the next. We try to avoid pain by never acknowledging it, by always covering it up with people and places or things. But that never allows the pain to heal. It never allows the wounds to close over and create the scars that tell our stories. If we stopped and acknowledged the pain, embraced the pain as an emotion that belongs to us, in the same way our happiness and joy belong to us, then we wouldn't be always running. And I love this passage. It's a book of poetry. But it makes so much sense. If we can't heal from the pain that we've dealt with, we're not going to move forward.
Yeah.
And forgiveness gives you that ability to heal. It gives you an ability to have better health. Think about it. When you're stressed and frustrated and all the time, do you feel good?
No.
You have all these things going on and your stomach's upset, your head's upset, nothing you eat and it doesn't feel right. You know, all these issues going on. You might have pain, like physical pain. I carry my stress on my shoulders, I know. And so I know when I'm super stressed because my shoulders are super tight. And you've got to find a way to let it go.
Yeah.
And especially another reason why it matters, especially in divorce, is co-parenting.
Mm-hmm.
If you can forgive your spouse for the pain that they've caused you because your child is more important, then you can co-parent better.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend of mine that that's exactly what he and his ex-wife did. They really worked towards setting aside their own differences and their own issues with each other to be able to focus just on what their kid needs.
Have you ever asked them how they did that?
They sat down and talked about it. They forgave each other for the things that they did.
What they talk about? They talk about how they were hurt by each other, or how the other person did X to them, or what?
I don't know the full extent, but basically, yes.
Yeah.
They talk through, okay, these are the changes that you need, and these are the changes that I need. Okay, what does our daughter and our son need? And they've been doing that for 12 years.
Yeah, I think it's common that we see parents who want to avoid each other in our waiting rooms and our sessions.
They don't want to be in the same room with each other at all.
Yeah, and I think that it's a telltale sign for us that, you as parents obviously haven't healed. Well, your kid's now in the middle by default because of it. Because the kid, is halfway with one parent or another. Now, the kid may have to reject one of you to accept the other. And so parents lose the idea that when parents don't forgive, like if a parent can't get over something, I can't get over the divorce, I can't get over
the cheating,
the betrayal,
whatever the issues,
whatever may have happened. When they get stuck in that, the child is now forced to choose.
Yeah,
because the child has to survive the thing that you didn't heal from. You're bleeding on the person that didn't cut you.
Yeah,
well, and the child's the one receiving that.
And what happens with the kids, and what I see with the kids that I see when that actually happens, is they are one person at mom's house and they're a different person at dad's house.
Well, then when you explain that to the parent, right? Like, so if I'm the parent and I get one version of the child and you're the other parent and you get the other version of the child, well, then when we have a conversation about how the child is, we both think we're lying to the other one.
Exactly.
So I think you're lying because there's no way they're that way.
And really, unfortunately, the kid is lying because they're not being themselves.
Well, the kid is living an inauthentic life because they're trying to survive a system that y'all created for them. And that's some of the horrible things that happen as a result, I think, of being unable to or unwilling. I'll go as far as to say unwilling to.
I think there's
forgive. I'm gonna show something I saw too. A guy do, and I use this as an example. So this guy has these beads, right, and he uses it, and I'm gonna use just this cloth, but he says what we do in life is we don't like pain, right, like you were saying earlier, and we push away from it or avoid it. We fill it with other things.
Yeah.
When we push pain away because we don't want it, you know what happens over time? Well, watch.
It comes back.
It's coming back.
Well, yeah, that's
now,
exactly.
Now watch this. If we work too hard to pull things toward us that we think are, but it's right. It's the right thing. It's justice, and you pull it towards you too hard.
Yeah.
Watch what happens.
It comes back.
Well, it's not coming back.
It goes away.
Yes. When you pull in too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been in a relationship where, like, how do I describe it? You saw the best version of them, but they weren't in a good place.
Yes.
And you were working. No, hold on. You're working to help them achieve a higher level of self, and you're doing all this work to pull them in. And what do? Watch. They go away.
You push them.
And if you push too hard away, it comes back. So what is this telling us about life?
I don't know. You say it.
I'm not going to say it. It's creating balance, right?
It's creative balance, yeah.
To create balance, you have to be a healed version of yourself.
Yes.
Because then you are responding to the pain and not the healing. Make sense?
It's a very good way to put it.
Well, I know, and I think this is why we have a job.
Yes. We will always have a job.
Well, I hate that comment, but I like it because the comment is true. I hate that it's true, if that makes any sense.
Exactly.
I want people to not need me.
Yeah.
You make sense?
Well, and eventually they don't. I think it's reciprocal, because as you go through different things, you may need us, but then you don't.
So that leads me to another. That leads me to another question for you.
Okay. What's the other question?
Do you think any human being leaves this planet without being hurt or scarred?
Oh God, no. We all do.
So in reality, what we're really saying is, at some point in your lifetime, you're going to be faced with the opportunity to forgive.
Absolutely.
And in that moment, you're going to choose to level up, which means you're going to do the work and get to forgiveness, or
you're going to let it hold on to you.
Correct. You're going to pull it into you so hard because you're so angry, so mad that you're going to lose everything that you're trying to accomplish because you pulled in too much.
Yes.
Or
I know
you pushed
exactly
it
how
away
that
too
feels.
hard. Yeah, and it swings. The further you push it away,
Uh-huh.
the faster it swings back and hits you. And then people go, oh, it's karma.
Well, kind of.
No, it's choice.
It's choice, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to choose what you're going to do. And that's why forgiveness is so important, why it matters so much, because you have to choose to do it.
Exactly.
You can't just, it doesn't just happen. It's not like rainbows.
No. Well, then that's another question. How long does forgiveness take?
Every day of your life.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good answer, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what's funny you say that? Like when I think about my own personal life and the pains that I've experienced, I have to stay in a state of forgiveness and grace all the time.
Yes.
And it goes back, there is a biblical part where I forgot which apostle, we call them apostles now, I'm Catholic, so we call them apostles, but the disciple, one of Jesus' disciples, says to him, it might have been Peter, but he says, how many times must I forgive my brother? 7 times?
As many times as it takes.
And Jesus said 77 times 7.
Okay.
You're always in a state of forgiveness.
Yes.
It's a never-ending cycle of what you described. And I think true forgiveness is true completion.
Yeah.
When you've done the full cycle of forgiveness, then you really do become complete. You know, and they say that if you add those numbers up, like if you take 77 times 7 and you add the number up, the numeric version of what that means whole or complete.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's what they say.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not that smart. I'm not that. I've just been told, but it's interesting. Maybe someone can comment and say, Michael, that's true, or Michael, no, you saw the wrong TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the.
Okay.
Yeah, you saw the wrong one. Because we get TikTok therapists that come in too.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we're not trying to do TikTok forgiveness here, are we?
No.
Okay. So since that's the case, what's the third? You said healing, co-parenting. What was the third one?
Health. Your health. Like I said, if you're holding on to resentment, you're holding on to betrayal, it's going to keep eating at you. Psychosomatic symptoms are not, they're real. You can create an entire sense of pain inside of your body by the pain you feel in your head.
Describe to the listeners and the viewers what psychosomatic means.
Psychosomatic means you have pain in your arm, but you didn't hit it. You have stomach issues, but nothing happened and there's nothing wrong with you. You go to the doctor and they're like, I ran all the tests. There's nothing wrong. The only thing left is it's you inside of your own head.
You're having physical pain to a psychological issue.
Yes, sorry, I didn't define it.
No. It's fine. It's exactly what you're describing here correctly. Like people are experiencing physical pain somewhere in their body to a psychological issue, not a physiological issue.
Well, and it's interesting. I see this a lot with kids because they get themselves so worked up that they get a stomach ache.
Right.
They're so stressed and anxious, and it creates a problem within them.
Mm-hmm.
And
would you agree that anxiety is expressed in the stomach?
a lot of times, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for adults and children both. For some reason, the stomach has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
It messes with our digestion, and that's a whole system in your body, and it's just...
I think stress messes with our digestion.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay, we're sounding like doctors now.
Where's
your wife?
We're not doctors, no. Well, think about it. Unfortunately, some people overeat when they stress. Some people don't eat at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why. It's because it affects their body some way.
So let's put that into forgiveness. You think a person that's holding on to resentment,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or putting someone in a place of, what's that word I used to love when they, contempt. When they're putting, not like a legal, we're going to file contempt.
No, they're
holding a person or a relationship in contempt.
Yeah.
Do you believe that these individuals have other things like over amounts of stress, stomach issues, physiological issues as a result of their inability to go, I'm going to forgive. I'm going to choose it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing is, when you are able to work through this, and we'll get to this in a second on how to do forgiveness or how to create that forgiveness for yourself, it can release the stress. It can release the pain. It can release a lot of the things. Sometimes we have to do that for our bodies to heal.
Wow.
And it's interesting because if you notice someone who's sick all the time, always have a cold or sneezing or allergies. It's kind of funny because I know Armando calls me a hippie in the office, but
does he really?
Oh God, yeah.
I've never heard him say.
I think of both Eastern and Western medicine a lot. And so if you think of it from the Eastern viewpoint of your chakras and all the things, yes, I know, it blocks things.
Yeah.
And if you hold on to all that, you're blocking things in your system from working properly. And when you're able to forgive, you can kind of release that and your body starts functioning better.
Wow.
So it's amazing how the two are very interconnected.
We can be our own healers.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Doesn't mean you don't need help though, because we all need help.
Yeah, I get the feel good.
Yeah, and that goes into how do we forgive somebody?
Well,
how do you forgive somebody?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. I'm going to ask you a question today.
Well, I used to confuse forgiveness with letting things go.
Yeah.
And there was a clerical person. It was more, I don't know what, it was obviously of Christian descent. And they said that the difference between forgiveness and letting go is when you think of the word forgive, right? To forgive is to forego, which means I'm going to go back to where we were before this ever happened. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you and I have a phenomenal friendship. Yeah. I'm not saying we don't. Okay, we have a phenomenal friendship. And something happens and maybe I feel betrayed or you feel betrayed, but something breaks this relationship.
Yeah.
When I make the choice to forgive you, I'm making the choice to go back to where we were before that thing ever occurred. That's what real forgiveness is. It is true mercy. It's the complete to forego what occurred. That's what this is. This is how he describes it. Letting go is saying, I don't wish any harm on you. I don't want anything bad for you.
Yeah.
But I don't want the relationship anymore either. I don't want to continue it. So you let it be.
Okay.
When a person has forgiven someone, what I think happens is the emotions that they feel when they're in the state of unforgiveness or that I haven't forgiven.
Yeah.
They have all these emotions that they feel. Like they have like a visceral reaction. Like I can sense something in my body. Like I see them in the waiting room. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
When you've forgiven someone, you can be in the room.
Oh yeah.
You can talk. Now you may not go have lunch together and stuff, but exactly. There's no longer an emotional response.
Yeah.
So how does it work? I think the way you do this is you have to ask yourself. The question is, if I hear the person's name, if I see a picture of them, and I'm still having an emotional reaction, there's something I've not let go. I have not done the work. I'm not done.
My friend told me that the other day. He said to me, he's like,
well, I thought I was your friend.
You are my friend, but another friend of mine actually literally said to me the other day, if it's still bothering you to the point that you're getting upset, then you haven't healed. And I was like, well, fine then.
Well, don't we need little markers along the way to help us understand where we are in the process?
Yeah.
And I think that's one good way to do that with forgiveness.
Well, and some of the ways that we can actually forgive, one is separating the pain from the person.
So describe that.
So typically when we're in pain, we have it attached to this person. Like they did something, they betrayed us, they did something to us that hurt us. Yeah. You have to separate that out. Because the reason you do that is because you need to process the pain separately. It's not the human.
Are you saying separate what they did versus who they are?
Kind of. Yeah, I guess that is a way to think about it.
I don't know.
Well, because you're separating the actual pain. What happened? It happened to you, but how did it happen? And
okay.
I'm losing my train of thought on that.
No. We're not losing a train of thought. We're in a thought.
We're in a thought and it's not complete.
We're talking through it.
Yeah.
And so I ask hard questions. I apologize.
That's okay.
No, what I'm saying is it's hard to separate a person's actions from who they are. It's like
True.
What they do. I guess the question is what someone does define who they are?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I think that's where it's tricky because
correct.
One of the issues is when we're hurt and we're angry, we typically do things we wouldn't normally do. And that is something to think about. You don't necessarily need to know why someone did something, but you being able to separate that person.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, my spouse cheated on me. They hurt me. they took advantage and they betrayed me. However, I'm over here.
Yeah.
I feel that pain, but this person is still the father or the mother of my child.
So to answer a question of how do you forgive,
Yeah.
is you have to remember one thing about human beings, is that human beings behave based on a faith or a fear.
True. Yeah, usually.
So when someone's behaving in a way that seems off to you or odd, or it feels betrayal or whatever, they may have done that with the intent, but the intent may have been not to harm you. It may have been something within them.
Correct.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
Well, actually, it makes me think about this because a lot of times when we do things that we kind of know we shouldn't do,
Yep,
and we betray someone, we know we did it.
yes,
We feel shame, and then we take that shame out on other people versus dealing with it ourselves. So,
and this is why I think the line, "He who humbles himself is exalted."
Mhm.
And to me, it means if you take your shame, your guilt, your pain, whatever you may have created, whether you had the intention to do it or not,
yeah,
but you use humility
mm-hmm.
and you look at yourself first and go, I created that in some form. That wasn't intentional to create it, but I may have. That humility is what picks you up. I mean, most therapy that you've done with people, have you found that when they come with a humble heart and they approach it with I need to help myself improve?
Yes.
Do you find that therapy is done faster or slower?
Oh, totally faster. They figure things out a lot quicker because they're ready to find it, whatever it is that they need. And I think it's funny, and I want to clarify one thing about therapy. We don't give them answers.
You don't?
No. A lot of people think that you come into therapy and we just give you an answer and tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. We help you figure out what you need to do for yourself.
We navigate with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, we navigate with you.
We're
We use our
sailors.
questions. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a big storyteller.
Really?
So, Jen, I forgive you for that.
Okay.
No, I have found that sometimes the stories don't hit.
Yeah.
But there's times I know I've shared a story.
Oh, yes.
And someone comes back and says, "Hey, when you told me this story,"
Absolutely.
and they kind of they ran with that, and that was kind of a guiding tool. So to me, I love stories.
I do too.
Because I love stories because I think stories have so many benefits to them, and Jesus spoke in parables. So go figure, right? Following the leader here. But to me, I think stories are helpful. We do that. But you're right. I don't think I've ever told someone, go do this or direct them. I've asked questions like, what difference would it make if you were to do?
Yeah.
If we try this, would this be helpful? I have directed someone once before and said something like, over the next week, if we're wanting to do this different, would it be okay to ask you to boom?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like I want them to be a collaborative piece in the solution building, because my fear is if I tell you something really good and you go do it and it works, well, you're going to think it's me.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I wanted credit for what you did.
Like, bingo, right? That's why compliments used to be weird for me. I'm not going to, look, I love compliments, okay? I've learned to say thank you. But what I used to do when people would come in and say, Michael, you've been so helpful, whatever, I would say things like, oh, you did the work, you're too kind. And that would hurt them.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mean to. But I should have said, thank you. I'm glad that you trusted me to collaborate with you in this, right? And so we are guides.
Yeah.
So that's one good way to remember therapist is we are guiding you through it.
And getting back to this forgiveness and how to do it. So when I said separate the pain from the person, part of that is to be able to process the pain. So back to that passage, you've got to process the pain part, because that's what actually is holding you back, not the person.
Mm-hmm.
That person no longer is in your life every day.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the middle of a divorce, they're not there to antagonize you or create another layer of betrayal.
Right.
The betrayal has stopped.
Got it.
Now we got to deal with the pain.
So I want to do this before we end. Is there anything that we missed on this? Or is there anything else you want to say? I want to leave them with a question today.
The other thing is, when you think about forgiveness, one is find meaning in what happened and what it means to you.
Okay.
And then create boundaries around it. Those two things And then remembering that forgiveness is really for you. It's not for the other person. You're not acknowledging that they were right or wrong of what they did. You are allowing yourself to move past it. And being able to move past it gives that opportunity for you to heal.
Forgiveness is giving yourself permission.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And forgiving yourself sometimes for,
Who says that? Give yourself grace.
Oh, Renan always does. Yes, you got to give yourself grace because we all make mistakes and we all mess up and we all sometimes kind of betray ourselves, and we have to forgive ourselves for that.
Yeah. Forgiveness is a full circle thing.
Yeah.
It's to others and to self.
And that was the other piece we talked about a minute ago. Forgiveness is a process.
That's right.
You got to do it every day.
So I want to do this. And Jen, thank you. This is a great topic. I want to leave the listeners and the viewers with a question.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Answer it for yourselves, because obviously we won't get your answer. But a therapy question.
Or you can message us.
Yeah, sure you can. If you want to give us your responses. But the question is, what would your life be like if you decide today you won't forgive? How will the rest of your life look?
If you won't forgive?
If you won't.
I want to know how it will be if you do.
Watch this. So There's a second question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What difference would it make for the future life that you potentially have when you choose to forgive?
Okay. Yeah. I think
those are my questions.
Those are your questions. I like those questions.
I do too. I didn't write them down. I just asked them. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here, everyone. We appreciate you so much. Keep moving forward.